It's South. Welcome back to another how-to video. In today's video I'm going to be teaching you guys how to do the step-ups and the knee-ups, okay? Because they're pretty similar, there is just one difference, alright? So it's easier to explain both of them in one video. Okay, so you're going to need for this some steps, a bench, doesn't matter, a box, just something you can step on, okay? Now I've got my steps set quite high. If you're first time into this, if you're new to this, then I really suggest you have it a bit lower, alright, until you get used to the exercise, because it does, excuse me, does require a bit of coordination, a bit of balance, alright, and a bit of strength for one leg, because you are going to be pushing your body weight up on one leg, right? So if you're new, start a lot lower than what I'm starting. Alright, so I'm going to show you a step up first, to show you what the movement is. Okay, so that's your step up. And the next exercise I'm going to show you is the knee up. So you're going to see the differences here. See if you can pick it. Okay, so they're both exactly the same. The only difference is the knee up at the end of at the top of the movement on the step or the bench, whatever you're using, bringing that knee up as well. Bringing that knee up as well. So that's the difference between a step up and a knee up. Well, that's the differences that we use in our programs anyway. So, how do you do it? Pretty easy, really. Okay, so you need obviously a box, a bench, and steps, whatever you've got. But it needs to be stable, okay? Make sure it's stable. Make sure it can hold you, alright? Because you don't want to be on the step, on the box, whatever you're using, and it falls or you fall, alright? So make sure it's stable is the first thing. The next thing is make sure it's set to a height that you're comfortable with, okay? So always start low and work your way up, alright? Start low, work your way up. If you're new to this, do not have something this high. For me this is pretty easy, but for someone that hasn't done this before, someone who hasn't even worked their legs before, to lift their body weight on one leg could be a bit hard, and if you fall over during this movement, you're going to go smack bang onto the floor. So make sure you start with a lower height from what I'm doing. Alright, so how do you do it? Easy, easy. Now there are a couple of technique things here, which it's pretty much the same as the squatting, but you're using one leg. So you're keeping your core nice and tight. Alright, you're keeping your spine, your head up, all neutral and all that. And what you're doing is you're placing one leg up. Okay, when you're doing this, remember to keep your shin straight, your foot nice and flat on the floor, and then you're pushing with that one leg to get your body up. Notice the whole time my back remained nice and straight, and I had good posture. Alright, so when you're up there, you're coming down, nice and easy. Notice the straight shins here, foot still firmly on the step, my back still straight, and then the other one. Alright? And then back up again. Different leg this time. And up. Okay? And then down. And up. Okay? So it's pretty similar to walking, except you're stepping upwards. But when you're stepping upwards, you need to keep your back straight. You need to do it like you would a squat. Keep it nice and straight shins, and you also need to keep your core engaged. All right. Now, if you're doing the knee up, when you're at the top of the movement, keep going. Bring that knee up. All right. Knee up. And it's that simple. And the other thing you need to remember too is you've got to switch legs. All right. Because when you come up here, you're using this leg to push yourself up. Okay? So this time, you're going to use this leg to push yourself up. Alright, so that way you're using both legs. Alright, so I do see when I first teach people this, they do struggle a bit with coordination. So just remember to focus on changing legs. That's it, your step ups and knee ups. Now you can add weight to this, which we do in our exercise program. So to do that, you do exactly the same thing, but you do it holding a pair of dumbbells. Okay, if you were doing knee ups, exactly the same thing for your holding pair of dumbbells, alright? Awesome exercise, really good for the legs, butt, thighs, core, and also really good for cardio. Alright, so you can use light weights or just body weight and do a few of these and you'll feel it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.